Hello and what is up everybody, it's Thunderbob here, and I am continuing my playthrough of Diablo. This is Diablo played with DevilutionX. This is a remake of the game, basically with a new engine. It's very, very close to the original, some bug fixes and some minor changes, but the nice thing is you can go into ultra-wide, you can increase the resolution, you can get higher FPS. If you watch the first video in this series, you'll see how to set this up. I have done a full playthrough. I killed Diablo, and it dropped me back to my previous save. I just went to town, I found a spellbook of Chain Lightning. That's pretty much all that happened off screen. And we are going to go and do the HELLFIRE content. I already initiated in one of the previous videos. Basically, the dude over here gives you like a rune bomb, and then you bring it down here, and it opens up the hive. HELLFIRE is... it's not perfect. The atmosphere and stuff's a little off, and I feel like Blizzard kind of treats it like a, you know, a forgotten stepchild or something. Like, it's just kind of messy and doesn't jive with the rest of the game completely. It was made by Sierra, like a different studio, basically. But it's been a long time since I played through it, and I do want to check it out. This will be the end of the video, is the HELLFIRE content. And actually, let's just lower that speed a little bit. This mod also lets you adjust the speed, but that's not just you, that's the entire game, so everything moves super fast when you have it up. Which can be dangerous. Now, HELLFIRE, from my understanding, and this is doing a little bit of Google because my memory was bad on this, but the difficulty here is about the same as level 9 through 16. In the normal game. So this is like level 9, which, you know, I've just beaten Diablo. This should be pretty easy, but as I get closer to the end, the difficulty should spike a bit. But you'll probably notice this is considerably easier than what I just left off on. I don't really love the look of this area. Like, it's kind of hard to tell what is a wall and what is a pass-through. And also, like, look at the mini-map. The mini-map doesn't really correspond with this area as well as it does in... Yeah, I couldn't even tell that was the hole down. I don't know if that's something to do with this mod, or if that's just... I forgot to throw up my energy shield. There we go. Or if that's just how HELLFIRE always was. It has been... The last time I played through... the original Diablo, I did not do HELLFIRE. I've always kind of found it interesting, but I don't necessarily have to play through it. I don't really consider it like the true Diablo experience. It looks like you should be able to get over there, right? There's like a pool of goop. But it's worth exploring if you've never done it before. But I feel like the quality is just a little bit off. Like, the enemies don't really jive with the rest of the game. The tone and the story just isn't quite there. But, yeah, like, I'm glad it exists. I've been playing this week. This video is probably going up, like, several weeks. Is that guy immune? After I play, because I've been putting these out like 3 times a week or so, and I've actually got like 8 episodes in total. So this video is probably going to go up like a week or 2 after I film it. But the Diablo 2 2.4 patch just came out, and I've been doing a ton of testing of different builds and stuff. So if you're interested in Diablo 2, check out some of those videos, because I've got a ton of coverage for the different builds and changes and whatnot. I meant to do that to the elixir, not to the rune. I really have not touched on the runes at all. I don't even really know how to use them. They seemed kind of silly, so I kind of just be using them as like a gold kind of sink. Not sink, like a way to get gold. And Chain Lightning gets pretty good as you level it up a bit. It's still expensive as hell, though. This level's a lot bigger than I was expecting. I'm still looking for a new breastplate. Like, this one's okay, but my Arcane Valor, it got broke. Because I forgot that in this game, that when it breaks for good. Gonna finish clearing. I need to get some identify scrolls if I don't want to go to town 50 times. I actually just need to learn identify. I'm not sure, are you supposed to play this, like, before hitting Diablo? Because I think, their elixir there. I want to say that Hellfire also increased the difficulty level of Diablo, like the boss. Let's just keep going. And I found him pretty difficult. I only showed the actual winning fight, but like I probably did a half dozen attempts on him doing different strategies. And even then when I finally did it, it was kind of like this did not go super well. And I wonder if the intent was to play through Hellfire before you take on Diablo. Look, you should be able to get over there. That does not seem right. Because it's kind of like integrated into the game, and the difficulty corresponds with, like, you know, dungeons 9 through 16, right? So like it would make sense to do it on your way through. Maybe the next time I play through, I'll do it that way. If you got any thoughts on that, if you're like a big Hellfire aficionado, should you play through it while you're like leveling, or should you wait until after you kill Diablo? Or if it's just your opinion is don't play Hellfire, you could say that too, because I'm definitely not like a Hellfire apologist or something. I wish you could make those not go on your belt, because I always accidentally use them. Dee-da-dee-da-dee-da. I'm gonna try to do all of Hellfire in one video. I know this is 16 levels or whatever, but I feel like I am leveled high enough and like have the gear, except for that armor, to probably be able to do it. Like, I'm sitting on max resists. I got mana shield, and I got a shit ton of mana, and I got chain lightning. So until I run into immunities or whatever resistant guys, I am probably just a-okay. I almost want to like bump up the speed, but whenever I do, that's when things kind of go sideways. Getting a lot more elixirs now.
I cannot carry anymore.
It's so hard to tell what you can and can't pass through. I don't know if that's intentional or not. Right, let's keep going. I think I cleared up 90% of that.
These lands shall be defiled, and our brood shall overrun the fields that men call home. Our tendrils shall envelop this world, and we will feast on the flesh of its denizens. Man shall become our chattel and sustenance.
It just doesn't jive, you know, with the rest of the game, in my opinion. Like, I know Diablo 2, they added in, like, bugs and stuff, but it just feels a little hokey. And just, like, that voice, I'm so used to, like, the regular narrator, and then it's, like, this weird modulated bug voice. Like, I don't know. It doesn't work for me so well. Take a town run here eventually. Like, I feel like I hadn't gotten any elixirs through most of my playthrough, and now I'm getting, like... Oops. What is that? It looks like a frog with a tumor. It's not a tumor. Alright, these guys look kind of cool. And the spiders are, like, walking on their hind legs, kind of. That's interesting. And I'm in their goo. I'm not even picking up all these blues. I probably should be identifying them all. Alright, I like that guy. Pork demon.
Not enough mana.
Shoot.
I cannot carry anymore.
Give me that amulet. I don't have any identify scrolls. And none are dropping, and I haven't gotten the book. If I would have one change for this mod, it would be able to change the controls in-game. Like F3 is auto... I think it's F2 is auto-save, F3 is auto-load, and I keep hitting them by mistake because I'm playing a lot of Diablo 2 in between this. And I'll be playing, and then suddenly come back to this, you know, after not playing for a week. And that game uses all the F keys by default. And then this game doesn't, so I'm like, hit the skill... Oh, shoot, I reloaded. Or, you know, I saved on mistake. Or, yeah, mostly just reloading an error.
I have no room.
Me and the wife finished watching the new season of... Well, the final season of The Expanse. And, yeah, that was pretty awesome. I definitely feel like there is more story to tell, and I know that there's, like, 3 more books that they didn't even get to. A book, a book, a book. But, like, just the way they introduced, like, this whole subplot with, like, the little girl on the alien world or whatever, like, why even spend a good 20% of your remaining airtime, and that plot like meant nothing to the larger story that they told. And if they never actually do another movie or series or whatever, like I don't understand why they even included it. Like they could have spent more time with the core characters or you know with the main storyline. But overall, I really enjoyed it. If you are looking for a cool sci-fi show, something that is kind of serious, and actually what it most reminds me of, and it's different, but the kind of tone and theme of it is like Battlestar Galactica, and like you really grow to love, you know, some of the characters and the story and the setting and everything. That was maybe the last sci-fi show that I was super into. I used to watch those with my dad. He got me into sci-fi.
Where would I put this?
Be a little bit of a down here, but if you're new to the channel, I lost both of my parents last year. My mom got sick, got an infection, and passed, and then my dad died like a week later from a heart attack. And yeah, it's been a hell of a year. But it's been about a little over a year now, and I feel like I'm, you know, not over it, but we can talk about it a little bit, and I've definitely spoken off and on about it, so just, yeah. He really introduced me to sci-fi, and, like, there's so many shows and movies and books and stuff that really influenced me. I hit the wrong button. There's a lot of fire immunes or fire resistant down here. I feel like I'm not getting any experience. Does it just super slow down when you get to like 20, 25? Definitely taking more damage, I would say, at this point. The stairs, that's where it came in. I gotta say, this is much easier than Diablo. Diablo was a pain in the ass. Like, I almost quit. Though still not as hard as doing the Butcher legitimately, which I didn't do this run. I definitely cheesed it with the stairs trick. But yeah, he's... See, it's hard to even tell because, like, these overlapping, like, textures here. Like, it's hard to tell there is a pathway there.
I have no room.
To make a town run here eventually. That higher level. The Defiler. Oh, I'm like at the halfway point actually, I just noticed. Because it's only an 8-level dungeon. Cathedral map.
I have no room.
Put me here. Well, that's clever. Was that in the original one, or is that something they added in the mod? And a book. I don't really need, but I'll go ahead and just use. Let's, I guess go down to the next level, and then I'll run to town here. Halfway through this run already. And I've been finding it way easier than... Oh, I bet I have to, go to town and use this. Yeah. So I think I'm done with this dungeon. I need to set a hotkey for that. Where'd the dude go? And wasn't there a way to make the cows, like, explode? Or is that just, like, a foreign memory? It's like... I played through this game probably 5 to 10 times in my life. Like, throughout the years. When this first came out, I probably played through it, like, 20 times. But so much of my memories of it are like, was that a dream or did that really happen? Did I really, like, it's just a weird being so long ago. Let's go ahead and sell all these scrolls that I'm not going to use. I hate the one time, like when you get this far along, unless it's a identify. And I wish you could organize them or something in here. I spent all of my mana, or all of my gold, to get some books. Let's go ahead and use this thing over here. What did it say? Like, the cross. Right here? Yep. So that takes you down to... Yeah.
This is a place of great power.
Let's go restock real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and just skip ahead so you don't have to watch me buying potions and stuff. Okay, let's push on. I did replace, I had like a plus 50 mana, and this gives me magic, which I think increases my damage. I get a little bit less mana, but it'll let me do higher level spells and do a little bit more damage. It's the only thing I really changed out here. But yeah, I don't remember this area whatsoever. Can I step on these? I feel like they're traps or something, but maybe not. So there's the stair, which is nice. Ooh, jar or urns. That sounds different. That's cool. Ranged enemies. Let's throw that. Oh, that's a pretty cool animations. They kind of like turn to dust. I like that. I feel like I'm getting closer to
Where would I put
um
this?
the difficulty I was seeing like at Diablo, but still like not quite. I'm also a little bit stronger now. Got a higher level chain lightning and more mana to be able to do more chain lightning. Skull cap too. I don't know that I will beat this thing. 50 to all resistance. So you do lose some mana, but strength vitality, so you could use higher level gear because of that strength. You get more life. 50 all resists. That's pretty good. At least this level.
I cannot carry anymore.
There's like a little... I didn't notice that door here. And there's nothing. There's nothing
I
behind the
cannot carry
door.
anymore.
But playing through this again has definitely renewed my love for the game. Like, there's definitely some problems, and it is a game of its time. But I think a lot of those games you go back and play, and you're just like, what were they thinking? Like, so many of the mechanics just don't make sense. There's the little door over there. Or just didn't age well. And there's definitely some of that here, like, the not running, the fact that you really don't have a lot of player agency. Like, you find books, you don't really pick your skills. Um, all of that's a little bit archaic by today's standards, I would say. But it's still a very fun game. Gameplay is a little bit slower than Diablo 2, so don't expect the same experience. And I still would say I enjoy Diablo 2 better. But this is still a great game in its own right. I actually, I just got a Retroid Pocket 2 Plus. I did a review on the channel of it. It's like a little 3.5-inch pocket gaming device. And DevilutionX has an Android port, and I was able to get this running on my little Retroid Pocket
I cannot
2
carry
Plus.
anymore.
The only negative, though, is the on-screen display, like with the buttons. In the current version, it doesn't look like there's a way to remove it, though I read that they are changing that in the next patch. So, yeah. But if you have an Android device, you can totally play this on Android. I saw there's a Switch and a 3DS. Like, if you get your devices hacked, definitely possible to get it running on a large number of devices. That Retroid Pocket, actually, even like the controls all mapped perfectly. Like, I didn't have to set up anything. It's kind of awesome. How do I get over there? Torn note. Let's see it in case I get stuck or something. I have barely used my teleport, actually. I don't even know. What is it? What does it look like? Teleport. Teleport. Oh, I bet I could have gotten over here. I think it probably looped around. Oh, shit. Okay, I'm gonna reload. Okay, I think I can teleport over there. Yep. I feel like I'm definitely taking a little bit more damage now. Torn note. Don't
I cannot
don't
carry
remember
anymore.
those. I don't know if this mod restored any, like, old content. I don't
I have no room.
think it did, but I know there's, like, a lot of quests where they were, like, in the data, but they weren't enabled, um, or they were never finalized, that sort of thing. I think there's some mods that, reintroduce some of that. I'm not even picking up items that I'm unlikely to use. Tower shield, like I'm using a decent staff right now. I'm just not probably going to use a one-hander. If there was a weapon swap, then yeah, maybe it makes sense. What the hell did I get over there? Where's the doorway? Yeah. Oh, I can't. Looked like I couldn't pass through there. I did not intend to go through that. Alright, we'll go ahead and go to the next level. So 3 more levels, and I am done with HELLFIRE. By today's standards, this expansion feels light. Like, if you think about Diablo 2's lone expansion. I forgot my mana shield. Every level you gotta recast that. It's super annoying. And I have like no health, so if I forget, it's like, you're gonna die. What was I saying? The expansion for Diablo 2, of course, you know, is a whole act made up of way more than 8 areas and like way more like palettes and enemies and cinematics, and you know, that was a different time. But this expansion doesn't add that much. It adds 8 levels and some items and stuff, a couple new spells, 1 new class, and then what, like 2 others that were never fully enabled. Those guys have a cool sound when you shoot them. Staff of healing. Sorry, is a mess. Chain lightning, easy mode. Little door down here. Watched the movie Gremlins with my daughter today. It was maybe her first real horror movie, but she absolutely loved it. It's great. My wife and I are, we're into horror movies. I wouldn't say I'm like, I don't watch every one of them, but I like a good horror movie. It's cool that she's at an age where she can start to watch like a little bit more mature stuff. She's actually getting into some video games too, which is fun.
I have no room.
If I could just get her not to play Roblox, though. God, that game is so terrible. Sorry if you like it. It's terrible. Might as well use that. Oh, flip around here. I feel like the Emperor in Star Wars.
Cannot carry anymore.
Unlimited power! Chain Lightning was always my favorite in this game. It's like the ultimate like room clearing ability. Pretty sure I'm gonna have to go get potions here pretty soon. I'm not in love with this area. It's just like hard to kind of see things. It's my I could turn, but like it gets. I feel like if I turn it up, it actually makes the graphics look horrible. Let's go ahead and go down. So we got this level and then the last level, and I'm going to remember my mana shield. This guy's lightning immune. It is possible. Damn it. What is that? It looks like a big monster baby. Which coincidentally is my first metal album title, Big Monster Baby. In store soon. Shit. Yeah, those guys are immune. Yeah, I don't want that bumped up all the way. This moves a little too fast. I had that because when I went to town to sell, I had bumped it up, and I guess I didn't even realize it. But when you get to the point where like, okay, this is getting tougher, that increased speed just makes it that much harder.
I have no room.
Okay, there's the stairs down to the last level, but I want to explore a little bit here. Isn't longsword like the best possible weapon? Like a warrior can get like what is it? King's longsword of something? Quickness, swiftness? It's been so long. Get all the notes, I guess. Hey, I finally leveled up. This thing is.
Whoever finds this scroll is charged with stopping the demonic creature that lies within these walls. My time is over. Even now, its hellish minions claw at the frail door behind which I hide. I have hobbled the demon with arcane magic and encased it within great walls, but I fear that will not be enough. The spells found in my 3 grimoires will provide you protected entrance to his domain, but only if cast in their proper sequence. The levers at the entryway will remove the barriers and free the demon. Touch them not. Use only these spells to gain entry, or his power may be too great for you to defeat.
I don't remember that whatsoever. So you can use a spell to gain access and he's easier, it seems like? Am I reading that right? Wish you could zoom in. I'd really love to see that art a little more clearly. I am almost out of potions. It's been a pretty productive run, though. This guy's being lightning. I don't want you to die.
I cannot carry anymore.
Sure you can. Just play the Loot Tetris game. Getting a little sleepy, but I am determined to beat this tonight. I'm very excited. Dying Light comes out in... Let's see, today is Saturday, and Dying Light comes out Friday. So, 6 days from now, I am definitely going to be playing Dying Light 2 when it comes out. So if you're interested, I will probably have, like, initial impressions up that day. I feel like I should definitely run to town. I'm just gonna cut it out here and I'll come back with my potions and stuff. Okay, I just have to add one little thing. So I found this. Spells are increased by 2 levels. Is this new? I don't remember that being on blue items. Is that something with HELLFIRE? Or am I just, like, misremembering? That's a really cool thing. Like, definitely Diablo 2 has that. I didn't realize Diablo 1 had that. So, like, my Fireball, way more powerful. Chain Lightning level 6. So, that's cool. I'm definitely happy to find that. I got gold. So let us continue. Not that way, apparently. I hit the wrong one there. Whenever I'm in town, I bump it up all the way.
Where would I put this?
swear I had that
I
up.
cannot carry any more.
They just took enough damage. I read there's a bug if you increase the level of your mana shield that you end up taking more damage. But I don't know where the kind of breakpoint is on that. Hopefully getting +2 to it doesn't hurt me. That'd be another change I would make, is make it where only potions can go on your belt. I don't remember what the teleport icon looks like. There it goes. Oh, snipe. That was a decent amount of guys. I made it. You got nothing on Thunder
I have
Bottom.
no room. I cannot carry any more.
And a Gothic plate, which I probably don't have the strength for anyways. I hate that you have to carry the gold too. And a field plate.
The entrapped creature's howls of fury keep me from gaining much-needed sleep. It rages against the one who sent it to the void, and it calls foul curses upon me for trapping it here. Its words fill my heart with terror, and yet I cannot block out its voice.
It's the same narrator from the main game, is it not? That's pretty cool. For some reason I was assuming they were not able to get them because it was like a... I know Blizzard did not really want to cooperate with the development of this game. 65 strength. 80. Oh, I'm not going to be able to use... I should probably identify him. What if it's awesome? Well, I'm not going to use that. So we'll take you. Let's go kill Ner'kul. What's his name? Not cruel. There's these rumors from Mr. Llama's stream that Blizzard is preparing an Act 6 for Diablo, which would be insane. Like, adding an expansion to a 20-year-old game, though it's not without precedence because like Titan Quest just recently got like several expansions that have been fairly popular. Kind of makes me want to jump back in there actually. So that would be pretty cool. I would definitely check it out. I hate where there's like some that are immune to one and some to the other. Like Diablo 3 I feel like is less cumbersome when you're switching abilities than Diablo 1 is. Like, I don't know, between having to use the 1 through 8 for your potions, my hands moving all over the place, and then I've got, you know, 5 what is it, F 5, 6, 7, 8 for your skills. Just feels a little bit awkward at times. Ooh, let's just back off there for a minute. I hate where there's like some that are immune to one and some to the other. Like Diablo 3 I feel like is less cumbersome when you're switching abilities than Diablo 1 is. I don't know, between having to use the 1 through 8 for your potions, my hands moving all over the place, and then I've got, you know, 5 6, 7, 8 for your skills. Just feels a little bit awkward at times. Let's just back off there for a minute. Ring. Those last a long time.
I have no room.
Book of the Guardian. Which isn't that's basically like Hydra from Diablo 2. Did not mean to use that
I
rune.
cannot carry anymore.
So there's the lever and the spell books. Pretty sure that's this chamber, and that those are the books I gotta read, right? I think I gotta do them in a certain order. I think I'm gonna clear here real quick, just to make sure there's nothing else. Should probably go repair. I do not want to lose my armor again. It's pretty decent for where I'm at. Let's go ahead. I'll come back. I do go ahead and sell and stuff. I'll be pretty sure that's this chamber, and that those are the books I gotta read, right? I think I gotta do them in a certain order. I think I'm gonna clear here real quick, just to make sure there's nothing else. Should probably go repair. I do not want to lose my armor again. It's pretty decent for where I'm at. Let's go ahead. I'll come back. I do go ahead and sell and stuff. I'll be and I'm back. Sold my junk. Didn't really. I get a Book of Fire wall. That's slightly more powerful, but yeah, didn't really change much.
I cannot carry anymore.
Oh, let's go kill him. I think I'm ready. Yeah, it's a dead end. Does it go back up? Yeah, I feel like it probably loops around. Should I clear it, or should I just go kill him? I think I'm just gonna go kill him, see if I'm powerful enough. I'm gonna try to do the book things. I think that makes him weaker. Okay, so here we go. I think you just...
In spiritu sancti predictum.
I think the next one... Oh, might be. I didn't even have mana shield up there. That was super duper easy. Like, I feel like that was too easy. And like, oh, Book of Apocalypse, sweet. Apocalypse is like the best skill in the game. We'll place Firewall for now. And that's it. No cinematic, no like, you have to vanquish the whatever. Okay. Well, I'm gonna use Apocalypse here for a minute and just kind of talk through my final thoughts. Yeah, Diablo 1, great. Hellfire, you know, it's okay. It adds some stuff. For a first playthrough, I don't know that you necessarily need it, but like, if you played through it and you want a new experience with some new items and spells and whatnot, it's pretty cool. That is very, very mana intensive. I think it is definitely worth exploring, though, if you've never, like, if you're a big Diablo player, you've played through all these games, and you've never played Hellfire, it's worth checking out. And I had a blast playing through this game again. If you want to check out this mod, I'll have a link in the description, or you can go check out that first video for kind of step-by-step how to install. It's not too difficult, though. But yeah, Diablo 1 still holds up pretty well. It's a little rough around the edges at times. But overall, I love the series, and you know, even Diablo 3, I have a lot of affection for, as janky and messed up, and got a video actually that goes into some detail on my thoughts on that game and the series. So I'm not going to go into it here, but yeah, it's a fun series. I think it's probably the series over the years that I have invested the most time with. It came out at a time, you know, when I was in high school and I had a lot of time to kill. And it meant a lot to me and my friends, and just glad I got to experience it. Yeah, so if you have stuck with me throughout this whole journey, or you're just jumping in now, I do appreciate everyone who has who's kind of joined me here. And if you're playing this, definitely drop me a line and let me know your thoughts or your favorite memories about the game. If there's any tips for me, anything I messed up here, let me know. I will probably do a Nightmare in Hell run eventually, and maybe even like a rogue or a warrior. I'm not sure yet, but I do probably want to play through this again and through the other difficulties, though I'm going to take a break to play through Dying Light here. Probably is my next game I'm going to play, and then I'll jump back to this down the road. But I do just want to thank you one more time. Thank you for watching, and have a great night, everyone.